Wyatt, welcome to the show. Again, we thank God that you can view the show, whether it's in your bedroom, whether it's in your living room, your den, or any other area in your home. We're excited to bring you D.A.P. Ministries Presents. I'm your host, the Reverend Willie Williams Jr. Excited about the information that we're going to give to you today. Want to say to all of our viewers that there is activity in the Lower Ninth Ward. I was fortunate to go down there on last week and see some things that is happening. The Pete Sanchez building is up. There will be operating. I don't think it started operating yet, but there one thing that I had an opportunity to go to one of the, I guess, a town hall meeting to find out what's going to go into that building, and know it is occupying space, and I'm going to try to get Sean, one of the directors, to come and talk about some of the activities they want to do down in that area. Sound very, very interesting. They even have an Olympic-sized pool over there. I didn't see it, but I heard the information about it and everything like that. And a lot of information about recreation, and then our young kids really need that kind of activity, especially as summer's coming on, and then we need something after school. There are even plans about talking about doing some kind of swim teams, so to get our young kids involved in a whole lot of athletic activity. Again, we're always excited to have our co-host, the Reverend Darrell Smith, also known as D.K. Smith, 9:40 a.m. on your radio dial, has a saying that goes like this.
Well, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., I'll take you home in style with a smile.
Also, he has his finger on the pulse of what's taking place, not only locally, not only nationally, but globally. He has friends as far as where. I'm going to tell you, how far some of your friends are?
Online friends, Italy, Bosnia. I think that's the furthest us in Russia, Bosnia.
Well, you can't just catch your bus and go there, right?
No. Afghanistan and Rome. So, yeah.
You got some French friends, sure.
France, Paris, but and you know what? I'm just thinking about this out loud. Maybe I'll go there one day,
You know, you can go anywhere that you want to go as long as the Lord allow you to go.
Yeah.
Remember the first time you ever cruised?
Yeah, 2007, my first cruise.
And you said, next time I'll be going with a wife.
Yeah, well, she didn't want to go last time, so yeah. She still don't want to go. But anyway, yeah.
It was a great experience.
But I remember, and this is a phrase that we all know, when thoughts become things.
Yeah, you got to be careful what you think.
Yeah, thought become things and everything. So yeah, maybe one day I might be overseas, whatever like that. But in the meantime, I do want to say, you mentioned something about after school activities and everything.
Yeah. Talk about what you got for us, and I'll come back and ask you some more questions about some activities, especially what you did for Easter, what you did for Resurrection Sunday.
Well, let me first of all say, just like you invited everyone and thanked them for being in the living room, bedroom, dining room, wherever they're watching the show, I invite you to join us online. If you could check out this show and others on YouTube, use the search engine D.A.P. Ministries TV show, D.A.P. Ministries TV show, and you'll see this and a couple other shows that we have, as they say, in the can. But it's always good to
look back and reflect.
Yeah. Now, I did want to make mention of something about. I went to the library. I love the library.
It's a good place.
I love the library.
It's a good place. Not at one time, library was just good for books, right?
Yeah.
Or magazines, newspapers.
Yeah, we call it periodicals.
Yeah, but now the library is hip.
Yeah. Oh, you'd be surprised how many people be waiting in line to get online.
Now, I'm not saying that much, but the library you go to, they even have an extension to like a coffee shop.
Yeah, it just opened on March 30th. It's called the D.A.P Cafe, and it's green meaning the fact that it's trying to be environmental friendly and everything. And so
that don't mean y'all just drink green tea.
No. But it being environmental friendly. And so the D.A.P Cafe is reopened. It was there in the beginning when they did it, but also the unique thing about Rosa Keller branch, located on Broad and Napoleon, it's also a community center. There's a community center besides a state-of-the-art library and everything. And some of the things that's going on at the community for April, to let people know that there's on the 16th, that's a Thursday, drop and play from 10 to 12, and then there's homework help from 4 to 6. And for the senior citizens, every Friday, there's an open computer lab from 1 to 3 p.m. So if you don't know anything about the computers, you can go there. And the senior citizens do come out in the morning on Saturdays, but this is on Fridays. And so Spanish conversation, they have homework help, English conversation, and then there's a free notary public that comes on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday.
Free?
Did I stutter? Yeah.
Man.
Free Notary Public, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., and that's every Tuesday.
Man, you can't beat that.
And you know, someone was asking me about a notary a couple of weeks ago. And
Probably
everything.
need a letter notarized. You know?
Yeah. And then on Mondays, there's story time for babies and toddlers. That's from 11 a.m. to 11:30. Not enough time for me.
Not a toddler.
Well, no, I'm saying 11 to 11:30. I guess the attention span. Yeah, the attention span won't do that. But that's at the Keller Library and Community Center, and we want to let people know what's going on there. Also, and I'll say this right fast, there's a pastors' conference that's going to be happening on April the 18th at the Second Mount Calvary Baptist Church. The host pastor is Reverend Dr. Robert Myers, and it's from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. And it's going to be with the speaker, Dr. Willie Gable, the pastor of the Progressive Baptist Church, and they'll be dealing with progressive prophetic voice in the black church, featuring expository preaching. And the purpose of the course is to help pastors, teachers to achieve in greater clarity and relevance in preaching and teaching. And we all know that, hey, you know why preacher said, "You don't hear me"? Because people don't hear him. It's just like that. You don't hear me.
That's not.
No, I'm
that's just
saying.
A rhetorical saying.
Well, I'm just saying.
But I like what you're saying. You don't hear me.
You don't hear me. Yeah, it's like
not that they deaf, right?
Yeah.
Not understanding what I'm saying.
But so it's like that is good for preachers, mainly because.
Is there a contact number?
Yeah, there is. I'm sorry, I didn't mention it. The contact number is 504-231-2868. 231-2868, and again, that's at Second Mount Calvary Baptist Church, and that's at, they don't have the address down, but Second Mount Calvary is on 4th Street, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, that's going to be April the 18th, and I believe that's a Saturday?
I don't know.
Yeah, the 18th.
I'll have to look at my calendar.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Well, having said that, let me make another announcement right fast.
Go ahead.
Either you're going to be here by yourself, we'll have our Coco to come in to take my place, because I'm going to be out of town. I won't be here.
I think we have a scheduled
Well, we have a scheduled guest, yeah.
So we'll see if that works out.
But I'm just saying, I will bid my excuse for that right now, saying I will be absent on next week.
Right, you won't be here. Be on assignment again?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah. You know, if you could, I know you're good at getting that. Remember we had the Jones sisters?
Oh, yeah.
I've been listening to some of that play on the radio station.
Yeah.
Man, they really sound good. And I'm imagining they're kind of grown up now. Yeah, because when we had them on, they're little stale steps and stuff like that. You know?
And you know what? The blessing part about that is, just like we said, train the child. Now, I want to mention something. On Sunday, I went to this regular service. We had regular service at Plymouth Rock. Reverend Rainey Daniels, pastor. And then that Sunday afternoon, I went to a gospel musical at the Carver Theater. Frank B. Stewart, Deacon Frank Stewart, he put it on. It had the Echo Airs of Memphis, Tennessee, Melody Clouds, the best of singers. And a good time was had by all. And one of the things that stuck to me,
is that a highlight?
No.
Did you take a picture of it?
No. Yeah, I did.
Is it etched in your mind?
Yeah. A couple of things etched in my mind. They had this little old lady, and she was walking with a cane, but as she was listening to the Echo Airs and listening to the Melody Clouds, she had her cane, and then she put her cane like this, and she was swinging it. And, she was in the spirit. She was swinging it and everything. And so it's just like she had a good time. She was walking down the aisle. So that was good. But one of the things that came out with the testimony from the Echo Airs, the lead singer, he's a preacher. He's 33 years old, and he's in the ministry. But he mentioned the fact that he was at his house, and he heard some noise, upstairs in the kids' room and all like that. And he's like, "What's going on up there?" And so he went up there, and as he walked up to the stairs and just basically was getting ready to get to the door and everything, he heard this little boy say, "I'm so glad I love Jesus." He was shouting.
Oh, the little boy was shouting?
And he was like 7, 8 years old, you know?
Yeah.
And the little girl who's maybe 6 years old saying the fact that God had been so good, she was just, you know, crying happy tears and everything. And basically the preacher singer was saying, you know, train up a child in the way they should go. And so he said that the examples that they live in the house showed throughout and everything. And so
6 and 7,
6 and 7, or 6 and 8, and the little boy was just, and he said, "Stand up, son." And the little boy stood up and everything. He wasn't necessarily embarrassed, but when he was telling the testimony, I could see the little boy was just tearing up and everything. But he was just doing what he did. He loved the Lord, you know, and so that's a good thing.
So you know what I thought?
What?
You know, when you say the little kids and stuff like that, and when you said, "I'm so glad," you know, the little kids say, "I'm so glad I know Jesus." I thought they had tore up the room.
Oh, well, that's what the dad thought. He said he didn't know what was going on and everything. And after hearing that, he didn't even go into the room. You know, he just
So if they did, they said, "Look, you can call it message or whatever you want to call it," but they said the right word.
yeah. Call upon the name of the Lord.
All right, now let's go clean up now.
Yeah.
The Lord took care of us.
But it was touching. And then he gave testimony about I think somebody in his family became cancer free, you know, and
What a
he
blessing.
believe you know, you got to believe in prayer, believe in healing and everything, and that's, you know, I share this. Can I share this right fast?
You might as well.
Might as well, yeah. I remember I was at a church meeting, and I wasn't the speaker, I wasn't a special guest, but I was talking to a young man who I guess he said he wanted prayer. And I told him, I said, "Well, what you want me to pray for?" He said, "I pray that I get a job." You know, I said, "Well, what kind of job?" You know, he says, "Well, any kind of job." So I said, "Okay, Lord, I want you to bless this man with a good shoe shine job." He said, whoa, I didn't want no shoe shine job. I said, "Well,
you say any kind of job?"
Yeah, any kind of job and everything. So next thing you know, I said, "What you
want now?"
What you want?" He said, "Well, I'm going to school for computer training and all like that, computer programming and things like that." He said, "Well," I said, "let's be specific," and I prayed about that, and we prayed about it, and again, a couple of weeks after that, he got the job. He came back with a testimony. He got the job.
The job that he asked for?
The job that he asked for in computer training and everything. So, you know, asking it shall be given, seeking you shall find, knocking the door shall be open. We got to be specific in our prayers, you know.
What does the Bible say? You have not?
Because you ask not, you know. And, you know, I think I recall with Pastor Jones said last week, this was on an outside conversation, but he basically was saying, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. Because they said a lot of women finding him, but, you know, a lot of women find preachers, but it's not the fact that the preacher find a woman, you know?
I'm going to go to break on that.
Yeah.
Let's go to break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more to Reverend Smith, and he's going to tell you his experience, what he did for Easter and sunrise, and well, you didn't get up for sunrise service, but for resurrection service.
It was sunset.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Poor nutrition today will increase Sarah's chances of anemia, add to her healthcare costs, sick days, even stunt her ability to learn. And the thing is, Sarah's not even born yet. Get proper nutrition before it's too late. Call or visit WIC. WIC provides nutrition information, healthcare referrals, even food. Your child has you, and you have WIC.
Mrs. Johnson, good to see you again. This is Mike. You can trust him. He looks just like you. Plus, 2 against 1 is more intimidating when we force someone to sign a loan.
And I'll be sucking up to you in order to keep up the illusion.
So, here are your low monthly payments and interest rate as we promised. Here's where they triple. The rest of this stuff, don't think a lawyer can read this. It protects us. Make sure we get your home